off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Lab, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, Streaker, and more. Why so many places? Because I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K-words. No Kardashian talk at all. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So there's no headlines here. If you want headlines, where it bleeds, it leads, and you're always left with that sense of what's wrong with people. Then there's plenty of places where you can tune in, but not here, not now, not for the past 681 consecutive weeks and 13 years. We just celebrated that. If you missed my fabulous co-host roast, that was 2 weeks ago, and a lot of fun. And Ricky really took that to heart and had some really funny roasts. Just go free subscribe to my YouTube TV channel, and you'll get the past shows as well as my celebrity interviews with not only Ricky, but Temptations, Halle Berry, John Travolta, Quincy Jones, and so on. So thanks for joining us today. If you don't recognize the fabulous guy in my studio today, his name is Ricky Rebel. He's a Billboard top 40 recording artist, is seen on tour with Britney Spears. He's been a GRAMMY member since 2017. He was discovered by Michael Jackson, signed to his label on Sony, and later signed to Madonna's record label, Maverick Records. Please welcome back to my studio, Ricky Rebel. Good morning, darling.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm happy, thank you. You look great. We match as usual.
Yeah.
It's wonderful how we do that without communicating ahead of time. Let's start with breakfast and jump right in it. We got a finger on that one. Thank you. I see lots of eyeballs coming in. If you're driving and listening on the AM FM side, please do not chat. But if you are here and want to say hello, please do on my YouTube TV channel. And that way we can put you on the screen and say hello. And of course, always answer questions if you have them to the best of our ability. We're going to start with breakfast. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. That's where we take a bite of my gratitude sandwich. Top of the bun, things we're grateful for outside of ourselves. Bottom of the bun, things that we're grateful for inside of ourselves. And we're modeling that for you before you go to bed tonight, so you're not thinking about who done me wrong or what's wrong with people. We're affirming ourselves and everything that's around us. So, Ricky, what are you grateful for this morning?
I'm grateful that I'm healthier than I was 2 days ago. I had like a little, throat issue. I think it happens when the weather changes drastically from cold to hot.
And hot to cold and hot to cold and hot to cold. Yeah.
Yeah. Back and forth where we live. So
yeah,
I'm so grateful for my health.
He sent me a little clip of his voice and it was pretty funny. He sounded definitely like a baritone straight guy. So that was pretty funny. I'm grateful you're feeling better as well. We were touch and go whether or not he was going to be able to come on. And I'm so glad that you are. I am so grateful that the Dodgers killed it last night, came back with a vengeance.
Wow.
From Tuesday night's game that I'm on this craze to collect bobbleheads. So that is why I've been going to games, and I will have a set of bobbleheads by the end of next week. So I'm happy about that. And
So
I
cute.
do say go Dodgers too. It's not just for the bobbleheads, but there's, me, there's something about, the competitive whatever. So, but it was a great game to watch. What else are you grateful for?
I got to give it up to my cats again. I got to give it up. Our bed is broken, and
What?
it's so funny
I
because
could go a number of ways with that one, but I won't because Dr. Patrick may never forgive me.
But right where it's like humped down and broken is where the pad, we call him the pad, where he likes to rest. So
Uh-huh.
he likes to live there. And so we're making fun of him and saying that he's so chunky that he broke our bed. He
Oh,
deflated our
very
bed.
cute. Very cute. Very cute.
But yeah, I love my baby.
Yeah. I am grateful that I continue to just really love juicing my life with different activities. Sailing season started again. I am, really enjoying the arts and sports. And I have to give it up. I'm grateful for the Dodgers, not because they won last night,
Mhm.
but because of all the sports. And never used to be a huge sports person except for maybe football, because I would go and not pretend, but I would actually say something at the bar Sunday during the day that, like what down are we on or something that girls are not supposed to know. And then a guy would be impressed and buy me a drink and then take me out. So that was my dating strategy prior to marriage. Little inside info. But the thing I love about the Dodgers is the diversity, that it is an
Mm.
example of how no matter what race, gender, socioeconomic difference in class, politics, religion, like everybody comes together, and the wave and the way everyone interacts is just so beautiful as an example of how we can just get along, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm grateful for the Dodgers for that.
That's amazing. I love that. I'm grateful for IVs. Have you ever gotten an IV therapy for to
No,
give you
I
like a
don't like needles to start with, and to actually voluntarily do something.
it's so good. It gave me so much energy. I was feeling
Really?
yeah, and they give you like B12, vitamin C, and just shot right into your body, and other things too that really help you heal. And I hear Miley Cyrus loves to do it as well. My friend is friends with Miley, and they do it all the time for fun because it makes you feel really good. It gives you a ton of energy. So I recommend it.
Mm.
It's a little pricey, but I love it.
I think I'll take the oral form.
Yeah.
And I could go there too, but I'm not going to. Ricky, you're bringing out the brat in me this morning,
So
and I
bratty.
don't and I don't swallow. There it goes.
Uh-huh.
I
Hi, baby.
I am grateful for the let's see, the friendships that I
Mm.
have, and the one on screen right now. I'm grateful for you, Ricky. And we almost got to go shopping. If you hadn't
I
gotten
know.
strep throat, it was so close. This was the closest we've gotten.
Yeah.
And
Need a date
there's a
and a time.
there's a fashion show that we're both invited to at the end of the month. So I'm hoping that you're going to go to that, and then we'll be able to maybe go shopping before that, because I think it's on the
Where is
west
it?
side somewhere. I'm not sure, but I think it's on the west side. But we'll ask Juan. And that's my last gratitude, is for Ricky introducing me to someone who's been fabulous in my life. He's gotten
I
me
love
on
one.
one a cover of a magazine, the face of the week, and now we're in production and did a photo shoot yesterday with the same photographer that you had mentioned before. He's
Alan.
so nice, and
I love
so
him.
that's good. It's going to be for a hard copy cover of a magazine. So I'm so excited about that, and so grateful that that's what friends do for friends, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
Shout
he
out to
is
Juan.
great. And one last gratitude from you.
Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.
Look, I'm going to say it for you.
I'm grateful for
Your
my supporters,
rebels.
my rebels.
Yeah.
Yes, from
So
all around the world, as you can see.
is that Greek?
And it looks Russian,
Or is it Russian?
perhaps.
Cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. Yes. Let's go to the bottom of the bun, which
Okay.
is weightlifting for yourself and your mental health. A lot of us,
This is the hard one.
yes, you've done so well though. Don't go backwards on me.
I won't.
Yeah.
It's just been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a while. So this is something that Ricky hated to do at the beginning, and just watching him get more comfortable with liking himself, not being so hard on yourself. That's something that
Being
does
hard on my
get in
hair
our
right now.
way. You
I'm being hard on my
don't.
hair
It's
right now.
good. It's good. Don't touch it.
It's okay. I
I'm the
won't touch it.
same thing. I've got the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I reached for it first, and then I saw you do it.
Got my can and try
Can
to
you
keep
spray
the
it
lift.
through the camera? Ah. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is gratitude turned inward. So we're practicing liking ourselves and getting over the BS, the belief system that we may have grown up with, that you're not all that, you're not good enough. Who do you think you are? Don't toot your own horn. And that's why I picked the topic today as well. There's some things that we carry around that just are not good for us. So to practice, I like the bottom of the button to be, what do you like about yourself? And I'll start to give you a little time. Did I call it? Kiki, always grateful
Kiki.
to see you. Grateful
Thank
for
you
Ricky's
so much,
music.
Kiki.
New single out too. It
Yes.
got launched here on the show 2 weeks ago. I hope you have your copy already. If you don't, make sure you go and just use my assistant Google to find it. But it's all over the place, and I'm so proud of Ricky for
It's
that.
called Right Again.
Right Again.
Mm.
I appreciate my ability to continue like the Energizer Bunny on steroids. This is show number 1392 or 91, 92, and 13 years and 680 consecutive weeks. And I am so appreciative of my ability to keep going. Even
Mhm.
though they said I wouldn't last for 1 year, because it's a show about hope and happiness. And I am so appreciative that I continue.
I love it. I am appreciative of myself, of the courageous side of myself to express myself through music, through art, through fashion. I take a lot of chances and risks, and I'm not afraid to be cringe. I am a little bit, I must admit, but I like the part of me that's like, oh, who cares? I like it. Let's just release it. Let's just release the music. Let's release the post that you're holding on to, that you work so hard on, and a lot of people, don't have that courage. So I'm grateful for it.
As you should be. And I'm
you.
glad that you said that, because to recognize that sometimes we focus too much on that, that one insult or that one bad negative reaction, instead of all the positive reactions that you get, I get, and that's on us, right? Because you're not going to make everybody happy all of the time. And sometimes you don't even make anybody happy some of the time. And it's okay, as long as I know that I've done the best that I can with the time that I've had and the resources I had at the time. And when I'm there, I feel great.
That's so good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I cut myself some slack. I'm a recovering overachiever. And if I'm not doing, accomplishing, creating, innovating something all the time, I feel like I'm not, I'm behind, or I'm not where I should be. And that shoulding on myself is a horrible, horrible thing to do. So I appreciate my ability to say, you know what? I think I'm just going to go see a movie. Or I think
Mm.
today I'm not going to go do something nice for someone because I've been doing it all week.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
You're being kind to yourself.
Last
That's
one.
good. Last one.
You're on a roll. You're doing good.
I'm doing really well. I appreciate my strength, especially at the gym, to
Your
power through.
body is a reflection of the work that you put into it. I meant to tell you that. I saw that one post. It was like
Last time.
you really do. I mean, it's not photoshopped. It's
No.
not you don't have a $1 million trainer kind of thing.
Mhm.
You know what it takes to get your body that way, and you put the work into it. And that's admirable. I don't have that. Like, I know that if I spent the time you do, I'd have a better body, but I just can't do it.
The willpower.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's what
Well,
it is.
it
Like
too,
what you're
it's
grateful
like,
for.
yeah, there's
The will.
things that I don't want to give up.
You have higher willpower for the other things. You have
To be out.
willpower. It's just
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
different way.
yeah. The negative willpower. There's a new term. I have negative willpower to stay out of the gym. Crazy me. Yeah. So yes,
Well, if
you
you
do
live
have.
closer, you can come to my Pilates class.
I know, and I didn't even know you taught Pilates until
I-
this last week.
I'm a certified instructor. Yeah,
That
I
is
noticed.
so amazing.
It's fun.
Yeah, I took it when it first came out, and
Yeah.
I didn't see the results that I wanted, and
Yeah.
therefore yeah.
Where
But
did you
I'm
go?
sure
Where did you go?
it was at a gym that I was at. Honey, this is see, my kids were like 1, so 26 years ago.
Mm.
I know, it's about time I tried it again.
Right. Try it again.
I've got 2 co-hosts that are very into fitness.
Right.
Both of my guys, yeah.
He's a
So
nice guy. I forget his
yeah,
name.
I'm glad that was pretty fun with you all meeting for the first time
I
in
love that.
studio, and you guys got along, especially roasting me together. That was interesting, fun. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
But I'm glad you got along because 3 big personalities, four big personalities on the same, studio. That was a risk, but it worked out fabulous.
I'd love to do it again sometime.
Yes, we'll have to figure out maybe once a month.
Yeah,
to
that'd be
do
so
that.
fun.
That
My
would
mom
be
really
great
loved
fun.
that episode.
She did.
Oh,
Oh,
she
good.
loves
Good.
The more the merrier.
Good.
You know?
Yeah. All right. That's it for breakfast. Thanks for joining us this morning. I promise you, if you continue to do this good life habit, #Blisscipline, that 28 consecutive days creates a great new habit. So whether you do it with me on the air, on camera, or not, just do it. Gospel according to Nike. And I promise you will sandwich your day in the most positive way. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. And now for the topic of the day. Everything is awesome. I picked the topic this morning.
You did.
I did. What BS? What belief system or systems are you holding that make you unhappy? What BS? We're calling the BS. A lot of us aren't even conscious of those things that are operating in the back of our heads that keep you from being happy. And so I thought we would talk about that primarily because Ricky's people around him are different than my people around them, around me, etc., etc. My cashew gallery, Kiki, and I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize.
Martinez Gonzalez.
Thank you.
My Mexican just came out.
Wow. So,
Martinez.
yeah, I want us to just spend our Friday clearing ourselves out so we can have the most amazing weekend because we're going to be clear about the BS that we're going to call and flush. So it's the call and flush show this morning so that we can truly begin to choose BS belief systems that make it easy to love your life. Does that sound good?
I need this.
Good. Good. Because here we go. I'll start and say the one we do in the gratitude sandwich, right? Don't toot your own horn. Don't tell people what you're good at. Don't celebrate your success. You don't want to make yourself above other people. You don't want to make other people feel bad. So don't really, talk about the good things that's going on in your life. That's why we do the gratitude sandwich. I want to know what good happened in your life. I don't even let my co-host talk to me during the week because I don't want to know until we're on the air. I want to share that. Right. So that's my first BS. And I want you, if you're with someone right now, I want you just to turn to them and tap them on the shoulder and say, I just want to let you know that I like that whether you did something fun, whether you accomplished something, whether you did something new, I tried something new, I, took a risk and I talked to somebody. What did you do that you're holding back from talking about because you've got that critic and that voice saying, don't be all that. You're not all that. Don't stand out. Don't do that. So what is that? If you want to play along, put it in the chat. What is the BS, the belief system that is holding you back?
There's one that comes to mind, that you're only as good as your last XYZ, right?
Beautiful one. That's a major one, especially for anyone who is in the public eye, anyone who is creative, right? I hate that expression, one hit wonder. Are you forking kidding me? Like, that you had one hit is an amazing thing, and they make it sound like one hit wonder is not a good thing. Can't stand it. People are so.
It's like writing one Mona Lisa or painting one Mona Lisa. You only did one.
I get it all the time with this. I get it all the time. This is #1 bestseller, Amazon national bestseller. And you know what the first response is? When are you coming out with your next book?
See?
Do you have a bestseller on your? I know they're just saying it to be nice, most of them, right? So, but there's some people, well-meaning, more mean than well, that will be like, well, you have to follow it up, right? You can't just. And I have a friend who's been on the show, and he's caught in that trap. He has 4 or 5 New York Times bestsellers. 4 or 5. You would think that he was thrilled beyond thrilled.
It's amazing.
And he's not. He's like, the next one. He's caught in what you're talking about. Yeah. That's so
big
I'm going to start writing them down. Okay.
It's a big one.
What's another? So you're only as good as your last success.
Oh, that, at a certain age, give it up. That's a big LA Hollywood thing. BS.
Yes.
I just saw this really cool post about people who didn't start their empires until much later, like KFC, for instance, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and so many others. where they didn't start till like 50s and plus and plus and yeah, so that was really inspiring. So I like that. But yeah, people, another that's a belief system. Oh, you're too old for that. It's a big one.
Mm-hmm. I put that one. That's yours. BS is belief system. It's not just bullshitaki. There is a definite play on that. You're too old
to
to do
your
that.
dreams. Yeah. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people think that, oh, I can't do that because of my age. Some people have said that about things that I wear and my hairstyles. So I think that's a really bad BS to have.
Absolutely. Here's my next one. Well, that was your that next one, and then this one.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
I hate that expression because it's keeping people in jobs that they hate because they're afraid to try something new. And I don't even know where that came from, this stupid saying, because people carry around this BS that, once, and it's so unfair. I'm going to go on a little rant for a second and put the moves on the table, which is my elephant in the room, Canadian version. So the first time I remember being asked, "What do you want to do with your life?" is you're like 3, 4, 5. What do you want to be when you grow up? Right? You've had 5 years of life experience. You really don't know, but you see that if you say doctor, lawyer, football star, a musician star, any of that, the adults go, "Yay, yay, isn't that great?" Right? And then starting in high school, even middle school. So what's your major going to be? Where are you going to go to school? What are you going to major in? What do you want to be? What's your career going to be? You're 11, 12, 13. You have no clue. You haven't had the life experience to understand what a doctor means, what a lawyer means, what an accountant means. You don't know. You haven't explored. You take these classes that really don't help you understand what you're good at. Right? You're
Right.
tested on things. You're just tested on what you remember. So memory is really the only thing that you're tested on.
Yeah.
And then you get into a career if you've gone to school for it and spent money and time, and then you hate it. Now what? You can't quit because it's money. You're making good money. Of course you're making good money. You spent 30 years at it. And you have this stupid saying, right? You can only be the master of one thing in your career. So it limits people and it keeps people, I call it dead men working or dead women working. Quiet quitting is the term that's being used now, where you're in your job. Just give me my paycheck. Don't ask me to do anything extra. I live for my weekends, right? Just tell me what to do. I give you ideas. You don't take them anyways. Forget it. You're going to get this much of me because I don't care anymore.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. There are a lot of people who are very unhappy with their jobs. I think because, well, they're afraid to quit because they need that income to come in so they can survive. And it's just, it's not. I mean, I think you need to let it go at some point and have the courage to try something new.
And
right?
and you don't have to quit your job. See, that's the other thing. Like so many people have gotten into that. Oh, yeah, we watch some people use their 401k and absolutely lose everything to make jewelry. They don't have a business plan. They don't never done business on their own. That's not what I'm advocating at all, because you have skills that you developed in those 30 years that are really good. So instead of looking at I did the wrong thing or I hate what I do, why don't we say, for this chapter of my life, I did this and I got really good at it and I have skills and I have experience that no one will ever take away, right? I
Yeah.
have that. It's done. But now when I go home, instead of a female dog all day or all night complaining about your job or sitting and numbing out on series because you just want to forget about your job.
Mm,
Isn't it possible that you have enough hours in the evening to go to the most expensive school in the world, sarcasm intended, is YouTube? There's so many people who are teaching things basically for free, right?
mhm, mhm.
On YouTube that you don't even need a master class. Nothing against master class, but I mean, there's so many ways in which
Right.
to do another chapter. What is that next chapter?
Yeah.
So if you're
Also
thinking,
developing Also, sorry to interrupt, but also
no, no,
developing
no.
hobbies is really important because if you develop hobbies like what you were talking about, you're doing all these extracurricular activities. If you get into your hobbies, you'll find that there might be some opportunities that are even bigger than you even imagined. This job that you have going on, they'll offer you another job because you're so good at XYZ, like archery or something. You become some type of competitor or like a instructor or whatever. It turns into a different road that your life is going to take.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My passion is racing sailboats, and I've been doing it for 35 years. And because of that, I got to help with the Paralympics 4 years ago. No, wait, 6 years ago, and put the awards, on the people because it combined my media work with my sailing,
Mm-hmm.
which is the example. Thank you, Kiki, for being honest and open about that's where you are with the job thing. So you're a perfect candidate for my happiness coaching, which I'll say is I'm really glad that you're aware of it. That's the first step. And now every time and I do this with my clients, is your job right now for the next 30 days is to find things that you love about your job, not so that you'll stay, but that you're not mad.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
spend more time at work than you do anywhere else. So if you can find that feeling of, oh, I
Gratefulness.
like my,
Gratefulness.
and then
Yeah.
those things will happen that Ricky's talking about. Someone will just happen to notice, oh, you're good at this too, or some opportunity will come up in a different division or a different, you just don't know. It's about going up. Hashtag UP, unlimited possibilities, but you
Mm.
have to prepare yourself by calling the BS that is holding you back. One BS is jack of all trades and master of none. I'm only as good as my career that I have now. That's bull shiitake. You can have as many careers as you would like.
Mm-hmm.
The BS people say, "Oh, you got fired, right? Now you're going to have to find something else new to do." No. That chapter of what I was doing is complete. And now I have the opportunity to write my next chapter. Same situation, same facts,
Mm-hmm.
different way of framing it.
Yeah.
That makes you feel better or worse. Oh, I got fired. You know what? I never liked that job anyways. And
Yep.
now I have some money to spend some time and go on a vacation before I start my next job because I have skills and abilities that transfer,
Other
whether
place.
it's in the same place or somewhere different, or I have a chance to do something new. I loved COVID in the sense that it was a hashtag COVID silver lining opportunity for everyone to stop and go, do I want to spend 2 hours driving to my job?
Oh
Right?
yeah. Yeah. I when it happened, I thought to myself, this is the first time in history when pretty much everyone on the planet, for the most part, had a day off or took vacation time or time off. Um, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It was really messed up. Don't get me wrong. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Was
Silver
traumatic.
lining. We're talking about the silver lining.
There was
We're
silver
not,
linings.
yeah,
But
we're not that.
I personally
Pollyanna.
loved it, the COVID era. I was having fun. Like I enjoyed like streaming. I really took off on one of these apps called Bigo, and I still stream on Bigo Live. That's one of my jobs. I'm a host on that app.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Bigo. It's fun. You know, I put it on like a reality show. I'll make music and talk to my fans while I'm making music and things like that, or having having a conversation. I always ask people, "You're live on Bigo. Is it okay if I have a conversation?" Yeah, that's fine. But they get like a day in the life of my life on Bigo. Yeah. So if you want to follow me, everyone, it's Bigo Ricky Rebel Rocks. So I started that streaming, how to stream. I learned how to stream and do all of those things, and it's really fun. Yeah, that's Bigo.
So cool. How do I find you? Where's the search thing? Let's see.
I'm not quite sure where it is there.
Yeah, because it's on the desktop instead of. But yeah, that's cool.
Bigo.
I learned something new. I had no idea. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift over to TikTok next. I left my agency and I'm moving on to another situation, which I'm grateful for. Yeah, you got to have an agent though, you know, to be a host on these platforms, like professionally. So yeah, that's something that my career shifted based upon that, because I can no longer go and, you know, do the Pilates thing and whatnot. Another thing that happened in Pilates is I had an opportunity one time where this woman said, "This is you," and she put a picture on the floor, like a drawing, a sketch. Boom, this is you. And I'm like, what is this? And it was a character named Show Pony, and it had like a crop top and like really like these really tight like leggings I used to wear to Pilates all the time. And she's like, "You're this character. You're gonna play this character in a My Chemical Romance music video. They want you." She's like, I'm casting this, but I know you're the only one who could play this role." I'm like, oh my gosh. So from there, I got to go meet My Chemical Romance, and I filmed 2 music videos with them. And it's because my energy was like so up in my quote job. You know, I would wear fun stuff. I made it fun, because you can go to work and just be not so fun and not so grateful, and you're not going to attract new opportunities, like maybe even leveling up. Who knows? My Chemical Romance videos, that's a possibility. So
yeah, it's
never really know.
going up. #UP, unlimited possibilities.
Yeah.
I love this. Bear Lover 92,000. I left a career of over 28 years, moved to a different state, and completely changed what job I was doing. I found out that I actually have other skills I didn't know I had, and I love what I am doing now. Wow. Talk about a poster child response, validation for what we're talking about. Amazing. I'm so happy. This is the norm, you know, in my world, because that is what I advocate. It's like you have this life. I'm not going to say exactly, I have like 80,000 days left about in my life. And I'm #ageless, so don't count it. Don't try to figure that out. But I'm you know, and I am not going to do things that I don't like most of the time. It's just not, you know, why do this? It's such a waste of breath and life, and you just don't know if we're going to be Shirley MacLaine coming back. I don't know. You know, I don't know exactly where I came from, except that I came from love. I'm going back into love. So if we have this thing called life, why are we putting up with things that we don't like most of the time? People, places, and things. So that's the BS I want you to contemplate as we take a quick break for news, weather, and traffic here. I'm so glad you're all with us, watching and reacting and commenting. Ricky and I just love that. And we love each other. And I love this show. I'm so grateful for it. We'll be right back in 2 and 2. Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
much of the world was exploring the world. What if the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, little girl, turns into how many streets of life do you want to explore? What if the purpose of life is not to die with the most toys to leave our squabbling relatives? What if the purpose of life was to do things that we enjoy most of the time? Have relationships that we enjoy most of the time? And use our unique talents, gifts, and abilities to fully express in the dash between birth and death. What if, as a direct result of this horrible pandemic, we could rise out of the ashes with a new PPP, post-pandemic possibilities? The sooner you turn "it's impossible" to "I'm possible," the what ifs become possible too. Because you are loving, lovable, and loved, wrapped in a warm blanket of worthiness. But it may start with getting out of bed and making it. What if starts with
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, Central, where you can watch and listen 1,392 podcast shows, but who's counting? Over the past 680 consecutive weeks, we are celebrating my 13th year. And as you can see in studio, it is time for Straight Talk with myself and
Ricky Rebel.
And I'm so glad that you're here watching. And I haven't played that in a long time. I hope you enjoyed that little
That was
clip.
cool.
I knew that you hadn't seen it yet. I did during COVID because all of my motivational speaking gigs were canceled. I became a filmmaker. That is my first short film. It's actually 9 minutes long. That was just a little trailer. It won a Laurel, my first short film. And it is as positive as I am, because I thought, you know what? I'm going to take the poem that I woke up with. All those words are from a poem that I woke up with, and put visuals to it. So that's what became my first short film. And it's along with the topic we have today, which is what BS, what belief systems are holding you back from having the best life ever. So calling the BS. Ricky.
BS. Belief systems that are holding you back. I have so many. It's hard to choose.
You're only as good as you look is a very American BS bullshitaki belief system.
That's a big one. Yeah. I keep hearing like this thing, a voice in my head about comparing. That, which is basically what you're talking about too, is like this idea that we need to compare art, compare ourselves, constantly like, well, I'm here and this person's there. I need to be there, this, that. So comparison, is that a belief system? Or
Yes. And it's
how would you word that?
It's a fixed pie BS. So if you get compliments, I get less compliments. Therefore, right? So if you get more beauty, I get less beauty. So there's the BS, which is BS. And I use breath as an example of the abundance in the world. right? So if I take a breath, I take nothing from you. If you take a breath, you take nothing from me. But we're so ingrained in this, if you've got it, I don't. I want it, so you don't have it. And it's such BS.
Right.
It
Right.
hurts everyone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
There's another one that hurts everyone. It's called revenge. I know, Leo, the moose on the table. I know you sometimes have seeked revenge in the past, as I have too. I'm a Sagittarian. We're fire signs. And sometimes people who have wronged us, we think that by getting revenge on them, that justice will be served and all will be balanced with the universe. You see, we're doing it for a reason. Which is one of those songs I wrote called Right Again, because I made someone cry. One of my best friends cry. I'm laughing about it. That's evil. But no.
And I know what you're referring to. For me, I have this response. Yeah, when someone says something mean to me, or I hear that they've been talking behind my back, I look at them and I say, if I look like you, I'd be miserable too. Which is not nice.
Which is revenge. It's getting revenge.
It is. I say it in my head now. I'm pretty good at.
I'm learning that revenge is not the way. It leads to more chaos and more hurt and more pain and more of that cyclical energy that we don't really want. So I'm kind of like, okay, you did this to me. You wronged me. Moving on. Because there's a part of me that's like, I just really wish I could get my chance just to really let this person know how I feel. I want to really slam them and get them, scream at them. Oh, I also read something really powerful. I know it's not the best person to be quoting, but Machiavelli, he said, every time that we give away our emotions like that to people, we give away our power. Every time you scream at people or get overly emotional with them, and we give away all of our power. So it's really an exercise for someone like me who's used to expressing myself all the time. As a performer, we're taught to express. We're taught at every moment. But it's really good exercise to just kind of be like, okay, it's the belief system is that if I don't express myself, that somehow I'm not being courageous enough. You're
too wishy-washy.
I'm being little. I'm being pathetic. But in reality, you're actually being stronger by just being kind of stoic, just being like, okay, logically speaking, you did this, I'm going to do this, and we're going to move on. Right.
Yeah. It's a big one, because if you look at our workplace, they say you're not supposed to be angry, but some people get to be angry, right? Some people get to blow out or whatever. We're working on that as an organizational psychologist. It's getting better that you can't just, based on your position, pop off and say anything, right? But just for most people, knee-jerk reaction is because if you have one, you're going to look like a jerk. And I tell people all the time that save draft, be pissed off, write it down, but hit save draft. And, 24 hours, you're going to feel different. I mean, look at what day is Friday? Last Friday, if I was pissed off, I'm sure at something or someone. Do I remember what it was? No. Right? So that is, and I love this, Corey Chambers, what they say behind our back is none of our business. Absolutely. And what they say in front of
our backs.
In front of our backs, yeah, in front of our friends, is also, what you think of me is none of my business, and what I think of you is also none of my business, right? I made a little a hand gesture on this called nom nom nom, none of my business, and I go like this. My friends will know, right, that I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it because it's none of my business. And it really keeps me on my side of the street. Leo, welcome to the chat. Revenge is overrated. It's karma.
Yeah.
There's a
I'm
song.
learning. I'm learning slowly but surely about that.
Yeah.
A little
But
bit.
it's also human. You
It
know,
is.
we're
It is.
cut ourselves some slack, of course. You know, when someone I love Thich Nhat Hanh saying, if someone burned your house down, resist the urge to go burn their house down. Instead, turn around and put out the fire in your own house. That is such wisdom, right? Because if you go, you could save some of your house, but not if you're running over to their house.
Yeah.
But it is a human thing. We're all nobody wants. My bonus dad will say, and he's 95, and he just lost his, not lost, but my bonus mom. They were married 74 years, and she passed February 22nd, and he says this beautiful thing: everybody wants to be wanted, needed, and loved.
Mhm.
And a lot of our reactions are when we don't feel that.
Mhm.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we can get in touch with, oh, that's pissing me off. Why? Because I don't feel wanted, needed, and loved. And then I'll go, is that a person? Is that a tractor or a cow? And I use the expression, don't go to the tractor for milk.
Right.
There's some people that will never be able to give you milk. So why are you getting all pissed off? Because they're just being who they are. Don't
Right.
go to the tractor. Find a cow.
Yeah.
Better yet, milk yourself. Can
Well,
you give
I do a
yourself
lot.
the approval? Oh. That was worse than my swallow comment. Yes, we're getting very naughty. It's Friday. That's okay. We're allowed to get a little naughty on Friday, but hopefully nobody understood that.
I think I'm an
in the
expert at
studio.
that.
We are not making a short out of that.
We should, though. We'll get a lot of views.
I love my life.
fun.
Final
fun.
word. We're already to the
word.
end. I know it went so fast.
I would love to present my song as my final word, a new song called
Please.
Right Again, making things right
Please.
again. Talk about,
Yes, perfect.
There's a music video right there. I put it
Yeah, there it is.
available
I was just
now.
gonna say, yeah. If you haven't got it, get it. It's a beautiful
You want to play it?
song, and we're gonna play it when we go out.
Yeah, when we go out.
But I just want to say thank you so much. We have a lot of wonderful participation today. You've been listening to an amazing straight talk about really things that matter in your life on how you can make yourself happier than you are. 88% happy is what we're going for. And that video that I showed in the break, you can share that for free. Anyone that wants a little different way of looking at the pandemic, a little different way of your life now that does not suck, just go Dr. Marissa and PPP post-pandemic possibilities. Ricky, thank you so much for being the hostess with the mostest today. So grateful and proud of you for this new single. The story behind it is making things right again, starting with you. We're going to go out with listening to this amazing new single.
Palms and Flow by Dizzy Diddy Blast.
I'm gonna make it right again. Oh, right again. I'm gonna make it right again. Oh. There's something new here tonight. I can see it in your eyes. Something I've done. again. I'm gonna make it right again. Oh, oh. There's something in the air tonight. I can't believe I made my baby cry. Give me a chance to make it. I'm gonna make it right again. Do my best to make it baby. I'm meant to make it cry. I'm meant to make it cry. Right again. I'm gonna make it right again. Oh, oh.
Awesome sauce. Oh my God, Ricky, that is so great. I love the purple. I love the moves. It is was it Hal or Corey? Corey. I love it. Subtle, elegant, and elevated. I think that should be your tagline for sure. And like the track. And it's great. Absolutely great. Thank you so much, Ricky, for sharing that. It got launched 2 weeks ago on my roast, at my roast, the day of the roast. And if you missed that episode, it really is a really great repeat podcast to watch on my YouTube TV channel, on Ricky's. So one more time. Love. Straight talk with myself and
Ricky Rebel. Thank you.
On take my advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world peace through, inner peace. Thanks to all the people in my cashew gallery today. We had a great time. Now remember to go and have
the best weekend ever.